Hi everyone, warm welcome you all. Friends, today's video we are topic here we have that is related to literary terms, and in that section we will cover today stream of consciousness. Yes friends, stream of consciousness की आज हम बात करेंगे and stream of consciousness जो ये topic है that is very modern. Yes friends, this technique, this literary term especially used in novels by the novelists in modern time. ये आपके कॉन्सियसनेस के बारे में बात करता है एंड जो मोस्टली जो मॉडर्न टाइम के जो नॉवेल्स हैं लिखे जाते हैं वो स्ट्रीम ऑफ कॉन्सियसनेस उसमें एक न्यू टेक्निक है दैट इज यूज्ड बाय द नॉवलिस्ट. वी विल कवर व्हाट इज stream of consciousness and what is exactly stream of consciousness all about and what kind of literature comes under this category of literary term. We will all discuss here in this video. Friends, if you are visiting first time, please do subscribe this channel and also check out the other videos uploaded on this channel, and please join the membership of this channel because you will be benefited with the PDFs available on this video of the videos available on this channel, and also you will get the notes of your English literature exam of graduation and post graduation according to your syllabus. Please check out the link in the description box, and if you have any kind of doubts, any kind of queries related to membership, please comment me or you can WhatsApp me. Number is here mentioned. And now let's move on to today's topic, stream of consciousness. And friends, first we will discuss the origin of stream of consciousness. The stream of consciousness was first used by William James in 1890 in his book The Principles of Psychology. Yes friends, this is the work by William James, and this book was published in 1890. 1890 में ये बुक 90 में ये बुक पब्लिश हुई है. एंड ये टर्म स्ट्रीम ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस फर्स्ट जो यूज हुआ है विलियम जेम्स ने किया है अपनी इंपॉर्टेंट बुक द प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ साइकोलॉजी में. he used this term to explain the free flow of thoughts. Yes, whatever thoughts going on into the mind of a reader or of a person, he used to express that thing, how a free flow of thoughts goes on into the mind. That is expressed by William James in this book, The Principles of Psychology. According to him, what he had defined psychology, stream of consciousness, we have here the definition. It is nothing jointed, it flows. Yes, the thoughts, stream of consciousness is a kind of thoughts that flows. There is no kind of jointness because at the same time you can think a lot of things, a lot of places your mind can go on, a lot of thinking you can think about in your mind. That is, there is no relation with that of each one another. एक दूसरे से उसका कोई रिलेशन नहीं होता है. आप ये फ्लो है, दिस इज अ थॉट दैट फ्लोज फ्रीली फ्लोज, एंड जो भी थॉट्स आपके माइंड में चल रहे होते हैं दे हैव नो कनेक्शन विद इन ईच अदर और वन अनदर. एक दूसरे से उनका कनेक्शन नहीं होता है. एट अ टाइम आप एक समय पे बहुत सी चीजें सोच सकते हो. दिस इज कॉल्ड द स्ट्रीम ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस. अ रिवर और अ स्ट्रीम आर द metaphors by which it is most naturally described. In talking of it hereafter, let's call it the stream of thoughts, consciousness, or subjective life. This is the definition given by William James. Now, next we have May Sinclair was the first in 1918 to adopt the definition of stream of consciousness to literature via analysis of novels by Dorothy Richardson. Yes, friends, May Sinclair was the first. She has adopted this definition and this stream of consciousness while explaining or analyzing the novel of Dorothy Richardson. And Dorothy Richardson was the novelist who used who also used this stream of consciousness in her works, and this is the literature definition was adopted while analyzing in 1918 by May Sinclair. Three novelists, Dorothy Richardson, Virginia Woolf, and James Joyce, who used this concept in their works. Yes, friends, these are the novelists who used this stream of consciousness technique and literature in their novels very brilliantly and very beautifully. Now let's discuss the characteristics and key facts about stream of consciousness, and through this we will understand very clearly what is stream of consciousness all about. Yes friends, हम जो डिस्कस करने वाले हैं characteristic and fact डिस्कस करेंगे. And the very first fact we have about stream of consciousness, that is, in English literature, stream of consciousness is a narrative device used by the novelist to make reader know the thoughts and feelings of the character present in the novel. Yes friends, this is called a narrative device, stream of consciousness, literary term. This is used by the novelist, and they make reader to understand what the thinking and what the feeling is going on in the mind and heart of the, especially in the mind of the character. And through the use of the stream of consciousness, readers can understand what the thought is going on in the mind of the character, explained and used by the novelist in the novel. And in literary criticism, you can say the stream of consciousness is a narrative mode or method that attempts to depict the multitudinous thoughts and feelings which pass through the mind of a narrator. Yes, multitudinous means a lot of thoughts and feelings, they passes through one by one थ्रू द माइंड ऑफ अ नरेटर. जो नरेट करता है स्टोरी को, ये उस चीज को डिपिक्ट करता है. इज अ मेथड ऑफ अटेम्प्ट जो एक चीजें एक्सप्लेन करती हैं दैट देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ stream of thoughts are going on in the minds, going on in the thoughts of a narrator, and through that readers understand the exact things going on in the mind. Next, we have it focuses on the inner feelings of characters. Stream of consciousness is often known as internal monologue. Yes, friends, this is known as internal monologue, but both terms have slightly different one another. It focuses on inner feeling and character, and a stream of consciousness is on regarded as one of the internal monologue. Next, we have internal monologue. The thoughts and feelings of characters are often presented using logical progression of one idea to the other. Yes friends, internal monologue जो होता है वो thoughts and feelings है characters के, but they have logical, they are in logical sequence, logical progression में वो होते हैं from one idea to the other. If the narrator is thinking one thing, or a character is thinking something about nature in his mind, then the next thought will be connected with that thought, with the first thought. जो नेक्स्ट दूसरा थॉट होगा वो पहले थॉट से कनेक्ट होगा, और जो वो सोच रहा है, आइडिया जो अपने माइंड में वो लेके आ रहा है, दैट हैज अ लॉजिकल प्रोग्रेशन एंड लॉजिकल, दे must be in logical sequence. Whereas stream of consciousness, the actual experience of thinking is presented in all its chaos and distress. Yes, जो कुछ भी सोच रहा है, what is the narrator is experiencing, actual experiencing of thinking, that is presented in all skill, means they are twinkled with one another. एक दूसरे से वो इतनी ज्यादा उलझे हुए होते हैं that because there are a lot of thoughts going on in the mind and they have no logical sequence. लॉजिकल सीक्वेंस नहीं, जैसे आप कोई चीज सोच रहे हो एंड ऑन द सेम टाइम आपके माइंड में ये भी चल रहा होता है, वो भी चल रही होती है, कई सारी चीजें इकट्ठे जब आपके माइंड में चल रही होती हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड स्ट्रीम ऑफ कॉन्शियसनेस. बिकॉज ऑफ दैट it becomes very chaos and distressful. And next we have examples related to this theory and literary terms, that is stream of conscious writing. So we have James Joyce's Ulysses. Yes, James Joyce was one of the novelists who had used this stream of consciousness technique very brilliantly in his work Ulysses. And friends, this is novel Ulysses. Ulysses is also a poem written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Alfred Lord Tennyson ने जो वर्क लिखा है that is Ulysses, जो कि पोयम है, कंपोज किया है उसको. And जेम्स जॉयसी ने यूलिसिस नॉवेल लिखी है विच वाज पब्लिश इन 1922। ये अप्रॉक्सीमेटली ऑफ द वेस्टलैंड जब पब्लिश हुई है तभी उसी के टाइम पे ये पब्लिश हुई है वर्क। एंड सैमुअल बेकेट मॉली विच वाज पब्लिश इन 1951। वर्जीनिया वुल्फ मिसेस डैलोवेज which was published in 1925, and William Faulkner's As I Lay Dying, published in 19. And next we have this technique is different from dramatic monologue and soliloquy. Yes, friends, एक important चीज ये जो stream of consciousness है, people misunderstood it by dramatic monologue or soliloquy and also with interior monologue, but stream of consciousness is something different. It has a technique that is highly used by the novelist. It is a kind of a highly technical thoughts, as in the latter the speaker addresses another person or audiences, whereas the former the thoughts remain in the mind of कैरेक्टर। एंड ये जो है आपका ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग में जो बातें होती हैं जिसमें जो स्पीकर होता है उस माइंड में ही अपने कैरेक्टर के माइंड में ही चीजें चलती रहती हैं, उसके थॉट्स चलते रहते हैं। एंड सॉरी लकी जो होती हैं दैट इज स्पीकर एड्रेसेस अनदर पर्सन एंड ऑडियंसेस ऑडियंस को एड्रेस करता है। दिस इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग एंड सॉलिलकी, एंड इट इज very necessary to define these two terms with stream of consciousness. Dramatic monologue and soliloquy is associated with poetry, whereas stream of consciousness is associated with novel. Yes, this is also very basic difference between these two, that dramatic monologue and soliloquy जब भी होता है they are used for poetry, for they are in poetical verses, they are in poetry form. But if you talk about stream of consciousness, then it is associated with novels, and we have examples I have already told you related the best ulysses best stream of consciousness related novels. And next we have today it has also been used in drama and movies. Yes, आज के टाइम में मॉडर्न टाइम में this technique is used in drama and also in movies, you will see. And it emerged during the early 20th century as a modernist movement. Yes, friends, this is a literary movement and this is used, it came as light, or it came in people in novelists, they this technique was very brilliantly used or emerged in the during the early 20th century. So friends, this was all we had in today's video. We had discussed about the stream of consciousness, and clearly I have told you what the stream of consciousness. It is a thoughts, it is a many thoughts going on in the minds at the same time of a character or narrator. That is called stream of consciousness, and we will also discuss different literary terms in our next video or coming videos. Please watch out the other videos uploaded on this channel, and thank you very much for joining this. Please stay connected with EngLIT Zone.